The High Court sought the legislature's input on what it considers a fundamental separation of powers question, and senators earlier this month approved by unanimous consent a resolution by Speaker Therese Terlahi to submit a formal brief as an interested party in the case. The governor is challenging the constitutionality of certain provisions of the 2003 Islan-Guahan Emergency Health Powers Act. This after Superior Court Judge Elise Iriarte ruled in favor of travelers who petitioned the court for their release.
These two statutes in particular give individuals access to the courts if they wanted to appeal their quarantine, and so that these would be protections for those who were being quarantined and thought that it should be reviewed by someone else.
The legislature further contends that Congress granted it concurrent authority with the governor over public health services and quarantine policy. This as evidenced by the use of the term subject to the laws of Guam.
We stand firm that these are within the powers of the legislature, and as is the power to make laws regarding health care in general.
The Speaker recalls that the Emergency Health Powers Act was introduced by former Governor Eddie Calvo, then a senator, during a measles outbreak. It was eventually signed into law by former Governor Carl Gutierrez, now a senior advisor to Governor Leon Guerrero.
It was debated at the time, and they pointed out exactly what we are discussing today, that there are, potentials for abuse of power.
Ironically, Governor Leon Guerrero was one of the supporters of the bill. In her brief, Legislative Counsel Anna Wanpat Borja quotes the legislative record in which then Senator Leon Guerrero said, quote, "The bill, I think, protects the individuals who are isolated or quarantined and feel that their rights have been violated. Because sometimes in emergency situations, panic can occur, and you may come into situations where you may just be isolating and quarantining people, maybe unnecessarily." For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.